What is up? It's Tech here, and today we're going to be talking about Ranger School.
Hey! Are you tired of the same old military? Are you a high-speed death machine trapped in a douchebag's body? Then cut the bullshit! Go to Ranger School!
First things first, what is Ranger School? Ranger School is the Army's toughest course and premier small units tactics and leadership school. The Ranger course is mentally and physically challenging and develops functional skills directly related to those units whose mission is to engage the enemy in close combat and direct fire battle. For 62 days, students will train to exhaustion, push the limits of his or her body and mind.
Not good enough!
What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
A Ranger tab!
Begin.
The Pre-Ranger program is a 19-day program of instruction that is intended to prepare the soldiers for the rigorous demands of Ranger School.
All right, hey.
The POI has been developed to ensure that the most capable soldiers are selected and then prepared to attend the Army's most physically and mentally challenging course.
Ranger!
The Pre-Ranger program is designed to progress each individual soldier's physical fitness, leadership ability, self-confidence, and their proficiency on small unit tactics. Soldiers will also be continuously assessed on their ability to pass the Ranger Assessment Phase and Darby Phase of Ranger School.
So what is a Pre-Ranger program? Pre-Ranger program, Pre-Ranger course. It's a course designed to get you ready for Ranger School. It is a unit or the military installation's way of validating you to be ready to go.
Rangers lead the way. Ranger!
Let's go, Rangers! Execute this task! Go!
If you fail your Ranger buddies, you will fail the mission! Accept the fact that as a Ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, fight harder than any other soldier! Rangers lead the way!
So what are you going to get tested on in your Pre-Ranger course? We'll call it the Big Five. You have your RPA, your Ranger Physical Assessment, your CWST, your Combat Water Survival Test, your land navigation to include day and night land navigation, your 12-mile ruck, and then your RTTs, so your Ranger tasks and training. So you graduated your Pre-Ranger course. Now you have your slot to go to Ranger School. Where are you going to go next? Camp Rogers, Fort Benning, Georgia. 62-day course. Broken down into 3 different phases. So you have crawl, walk, run, mythology instilled into the program. The Benning phase is conducted in 2 parts. The Ranger Assessment phase, commonly known as RAP Week. The Patrolling phase, commonly referred to as Darby phase. RAP Week begins with the Ranger Physical Assessment, or the RPA, which requires students to complete 49 push-ups, 59 sit-ups, a 5-mile run under 40 minutes, and 6 chin-ups. Immediately following the RPA, students will Combat Water Survival Assessment at Victory Pond. First things first, you're going to go climb up a ladder, walk across, step over each step on the Ranger tab, then you're going to start crawling on the rope until you reach the Ranger tab. You will show that you have touched the Ranger tab and request permission to drop into the water. Once you're done there, you're going to climb up the tower and you're going to zip line down, wait for the Ranger instructor to tell you when to drop, and you will drop. Day 2 begins with night into day land navigation. Day 2 finishes with the Malvesti Confidence course, which contains the infamous Worm Pit. For those who did not pass land navigation on their first time go, they will have to do a retake on day 3.
Hands or feet, or just their upper body, their hands if they want to. They have to scale all the way up and touch the knot at the very top of the rope, and then descend back down. And once their hands reach the red tape that's about 10 feet up, they're allowed to drop. This will test out their physical endurance for their upper body. Go to the vertical climb. The vertical climb also is 4 rungs up, different distances each side. It's a little bit more than normal, so you have to jump and reach the other rungs as you get to the top. That's basically for balance more than it is a physical event. The water, basically just to get them wet and everything like that. Going through, they'll hit the horizontal ladder at kind of like monkey bars in the civilian world, where they have to traverse across it, every hand much touch each rung as they're going across. Once they're done with the horizontal ladder, they'll jump back down into the water and go to the worm pit, where they have to low crawl underneath barbed wire until they reach the finish line, where they do 6 more pull-ups at the end.
Depending on how the cycle goes, your RTTs will be conducted throughout RAP week as well. Once concluded, you go into your last day of day 4. Fourth and final day completes RAP week with a 12-mile foot march, which each student carries an average load of 47 pounds. Demo training and bar is what's next for those who are airborne qualified and have completed RAP week. Once you're complete with Camp Rogers and RAP week, you'll be being transported to Camp Darby.
Everybody who's anybody's a ranger! Walker, Texas Ranger! All 4 James Bonds! We didn't include the 5th one because he's not a ranger! Unacceptable!
To wrap it all up, I'm going to give you some tips to pass RAP week and get into Darby. So the first tip I have to give to you is everything you need to know is inside your Ranger handbook. Your Warno, your op order, your patrol-based activities, everything and anything you need is inside that Ranger handbook. Go with the mentality that you will be there for 9 months. And if you graduate sooner, consider yourself lucky. Understand that it's a TRADOC school. Everything is structured. You will fail at task. Stress will be induced. It's part of the school. It's part of the structure. The one thing that always gets you at Ranger School is taking the easy wrong over the hard right. Doing the right thing when you're tired, when you're sleepy, when you have no energy. Going above and beyond what is expected of you. Take the school seriously. Don't go through the motions. The RIs can tell when you're just going through the motions. Worst case scenario, you get a major plus for doing what is expected of you. Next, make yourself an asset. The more you bring to the table, the more the guys want to keep you in their squad and peer you high. If you're an enlisted soldier, you're valuable to your squad. Learn something outside a terrain model. For example, learn fires, learn TT Loadak, learn paragraph 1, 2, and 3. You want to make yourself as diverse, and you don't want to stick yourself on just the terrain model. Okay, now the biggest tip I have for anyone who's interested in going to Ranger School and worried about it is stop worrying about the 300-meter target when you still have the 25-meter target still up. Worry about your push-ups more than your patrolling. Everything will fall into place. You can't get to patrolling if you fail the RPA. Okay, let's address some of the myths you may have heard from Ranger School. There's absolutely no difference between any of the companies. There's no easy company. There's no one company that gets more sleep. Everything is RI dependent. A lot of people tell you to be in the front for the push-up portion of the RPA. I was in the front when I took my RPA, and I almost failed the push-ups. Sometimes they just want to test you. In my example, the person who was grading me didn't even look at me while I was doing my push-ups, waited for the 30-second mark, and then started counting at 40. Wanted to see if I was going to quit, if I was going to keep going. That was my first test when I first got to Ranger School. Okay, the last 2 things I want to hit and address on this portion of the video. 1, that it's an impossible school. That is false. Only people who have quit and those people who failed will tell you that. Anyone who has passed school will tell you that the school sucks. But it's a manageable suck, and it's tolerable. Last thing, that the school is only open to certain MOSs. That is absolutely false. I personally went with 3 chaplains, 1 field surgeon, dude from league. I wanted to wrap it up. I am Tech. I'm grateful and thankful for you to come and watch my video on my channel. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I'll be continuing the rest of this series on Darby, mountains, and then swamps. Thank you. Have a great night.